Welcome everyone to Cosm's New Moon Art Church. Today's theme of our church is creating a life you love. To take advantage of this opportunity to powerfully declare some New Year's resolutions, we invite you to have a journal, a sketchbook, or some paper in your lap to take notes on the entry points that may come to mind as you envision the life you love.
To live the life you love the life you have, and imagine a future that draws you forward. Our ultimate work of art is the creative project of our own life. We've been gifted this exceedingly rare opportunity to have a life on Earth. The circumstances into which we're born and the choices that are made for us or that we make along the way become our story and define who we think we are. Everyone composes a narrative of their own life journey. No matter what happens in the outside world, no matter what your circumstances, only you author the story of your reality. Can you envision allowing yourself to have the life you love? Can we love and forgive ourselves and aspire? The biggest obstacle to having the life you love is your mind. Consciousness is the artist's primary medium. Whether we see our life as a heaven or a hell can depend entirely on our point of view. Imagining our highest spiritual nature, we aspire toward a dimension beyond, but tethered to the mind. Buddhism teaches that we are already enlightened and have mental and karmic obstacles to realizing our own perfection. Were we not distracted by endless desires and conditions of our existence, we might awaken to the unconditioned state of boundless freedom and clarity, of infinite bliss. The way to bring heaven to earth is to realize you're already in heaven by experiencing God consciousness now. This is what Blake called the divine imagination. Others may see our life as paradise, when we only see its flaws and deficits. Our point of view is filtered uniquely by our thoughts and experiences and the altitude of our own identity. The self that you are being will determine whether you have the life you wish. Seemingly random events can be fateful pivot points. There are circumstances where you believe you're a victim, and when dissatisfaction is at an all-time low, we torment ourselves, wishing it were another way. A creativity can help us work with difficult emotions, bringing them out from hidden places in the mind. Journaling and drawing has always been important to the life that I love. The lines of force emanating from our heart become a mandalic mirror of our soul. The context of both drawing and meditation are paths to higher development and mastery that forward our conscious awareness and appreciation of the moment. By envisioning our highest possibility, we cultivate the will to transform ourselves and our world. The great turn toward loving the life you have is appreciation. So now, write down or draw one thing that you're grateful for today.
Our highest aspirations are achievable. Libraries are filled with countless examples of extraordinary accomplishment realized in spite of difficult challenges or seemingly impossible odds. Conceive it, passionately believe in it, achieve it. By immersing ourselves in solving a big problem, how to create a life I love, we invite lifelong learning. But where do we start? Well, consider this. We can travel from San Diego to Cosm in the Hudson Valley and only see 200 feet in front of us at any time. Success in reaching our target destination is greatly assisted by a map. The life you love can be realized in that way. Today, we're going to start a map of the life you would love. There might be some special stops along the way and even side trips. Determining the landmarks, we can live into that visionary journey. Throughout this art church, we invite you to paint a mental picture of some of the areas of your current life, and then to paint an alternate picture of the future that will bring satisfaction. The lens we will use to focus on the composition of our life is the chakra system. The Sanskrit word chakra translates as wheel or disc and refers to the spiritual energy centers of the human body. The chakra system originated in India over 3,500 years ago. Chakras were first described in the scripture called the Vedas, the most ancient Hindu text and the earliest Sanskrit literary record of Hinduism. Visible only to healing seers, chakras correspond to a series of energy vortexes located on the lateral center of the body. The 7 chakras are associated with a physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual state, each influencing all aspects of your life. Each chakra is a seed center of prana, the vibrant healing energy that flows through all beings and things. During this ceremonial practice, we encourage you to mentally visit each of the areas of focus and note on paper, possibly with word clouds, the modifications or 180-degree turns, the possibilities you could design into any aspect of your life. The base chakra in Sanskrit is called Muladhara, meaning root and basis of existence. Chakra number 1 is associated with groundedness, stability, security, and survival, our basic physical needs. The lower vertebrae and organs all exchange energy in the base chakra. When chakra 1 is open, we feel safe and confident. So now ask yourself, how can I best care for my physical body? Is there something about my physique or my physical environment that I would like to improve? Write down any positive steps you can think of that would forward the healthiest body that you could love. We all know how to promote our best physical health. Eat nutritious meals, avoid cigarettes and alcohol, drink plenty of water, exercise improves moods, and to avoid depression, get enough sleep. We know these things. Now consider your physical environment. Note your strengths and your deficits. What could you do today or tomorrow to modify your environment so it might better suit your needs? What actions would you nudge forward toward creating your ideal physical environment?
The second chakra, Svadhisthana, is considered the emotional, creative, sensual, and sexual center. It's located above the pubic bone and below the navel, and is thought to be the strong center of creative expression. In considering the Svadhisthana chakra, what evolution can I envision for my emotional and sexual life? We ask ourselves, how can I upgrade my emotional intelligence? Can I identify a negative character trait in myself that I could mitigate before projecting my shadows onto others? A few characteristics of emotional maturity include being emotionally emancipated from family of origin. An emotionally emancipated person takes responsibility for themselves and avoids blaming others for their own deficits. Being coachable is a characteristic of emotional maturity. Are we open to honest feedback when it's delivered with empathy? Being a grown-up is apparent in those who are honest and live with integrity, upholding their agreements without betrayal. It's evident in those who are respectful and sensitive to their own boundaries and the boundaries of others. And it's also evident in those who cultivate positive emotions while acknowledging their shadow. Do we take a genuine interest in others? Can we be present and listen authentically? A sense of humor is also characteristic of emotional maturity. In the second chakra of emotion, we consider our friends and family. Could a difficult relationship be handled with an evolved sense of emotional maturity? Could our sexual life be reimagined? Communicating about sex is the key to sexuality that is fulfilling. What have you not been communicating about sex? Take a few moments now to just note your special relationships, any transformative possibilities that come to mind regarding your emotional life. In the realm of emotion, we ask, how are we looking after our own mental health? Is our diet, our activity, our interactivity supporting our mental health? Do we need help moderating our inebriants and intoxicants, harnessing our addictions? Do we take a break? Can we ask for help? Do we treat ourselves with kindness and respect? Do we make time for friends, for fun, for recreation, for hobbies and creative projects? If matters you're putting up with just keep you from loving your life, a therapeutic counselor may help identify warning signs and point out habits of unhealthy thinking and unwanted behavior patterns.
The third chakra is called Manipura, meaning lustrous gem, and it corresponds to the solar plexus. This energy vortex, located between the navel and the breastbone, is the brilliant center of rational intelligence. Ask yourself, what would I love to study and learn this year and throughout my life? What business am I in? What is my career? What am I good at? What is my passion? Career and money are concerns of the rational mind that live in the third chakra. Here's Tyler Berger with a few words about Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life.
Ikigai, which translates to reason for being, is the Japanese approach to living a harmonious life. It is the place where one's talents and passions intersect with what the world needs and is willing to pay for. It is the path towards creating a meaningful and worthwhile place in life, balanced in between spirituality and practicality. There are 4 main elements that comprise Ikigai: doing what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. The intersection of these elements creates one's passion, mission, profession, and vocation. When all of these are in harmony, you have found Ikigai. Passion lies between what you love and what you are good at. Many people find a lot of joy in this intersection, as this is where any hobby that you have exists. Having a hobby that we are passionate about is great, but if it consumes our time and makes no money, we will still need to have another job to pay the bills. The difficulty some artists have in earning money through creative pursuits is the origin of the starving artist archetype. Between what we are good at and what we can be paid for lies our profession. This is where we've developed some skill or craft that can create income, but if it's not something we love doing or that the world needs, we may feel a lack of purpose and passion. This calls up the image of a job where we sit and wait for the time to pass before punching out, to go home and do what we actually want to do with our time. If we have a talent that brings an income and that the world needs, we have a vocation. This is when we are paying all of our bills and feel like we are having a positive impact on the world. But if we feel we're not good at the job or learning and growing in this position, we won't feel that passion or easily improve. Challenging and constantly bettering ourselves provides movement and meaning in your work and allows us to feel optimistic about our future. Between what we love and what the world needs lies our mission. Our mission might be generous and charitable, but most of us cannot afford to volunteer alone. To feed our souls, we can be philanthropic and offer charity and volunteer work, offering ourselves in service to a heartfelt cause. Working for charity or nonprofit can also become a profession. When these 4 elements are rooted in your life, that is, being paid for doing what you love, what you are good at, and what the world needs, you will have found Ikigai and will be living a life that you love.
Thank you, Tyler. The 3rd chakra is about knowing your strengths, finding your passion, and even coping with failure, all byproducts of taking action. The difference between hoping and wishing for transformation and actually rebooting your career is taking action. Identify what you care about and imagine the path to its positive inclusion in your life. What actions can I take toward a new possibility regarding my career? The 4th chakra is Anahata, meaning unhurt and undefeatable. The heart center is associated with balance, serenity, and an open embrace of the world. The Madonna and the Bodhisattva are examples of this compassionate archetype. At the midpoint of the 7 chakras, the 4th chakra bridges the earthly and emotional body of the lower chakras with the upper chakras of love and spirit. The 4th chakra signifies the opening of our unfolding spiritual life, the call of love beyond the self. Now, ask yourself, how can I be of service? How can I imagine evolving my devotional life? Romance and true love live in the heart chakra. Namaste means I see and bow to the God in you as you see and bow to the God in me. Now repeat with us an adaptation of the 4 statements of loving-kindness meditation. In the first statement, we will address ourselves. In the second repetition, we name someone we care for. For the third reading, we name someone we feel neutral about. And in the last repetition, we use the name of someone we dislike. May I be happy. May I be free of suffering. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be safe and well in body and mind. May someone we care for be happy. May someone we care for be free of suffering. May someone we care for be filled with loving kindness. May someone we care for be safe and well in body and mind. May someone we feel neutral about be happy. May someone we feel neutral about be free of suffering. May someone we feel neutral about be filled with loving kindness. May someone we feel neutral about be safe and well in body and mind. May someone we dislike be happy. May someone we dislike be free of suffering. May someone we dislike be filled with loving kindness. May someone we dislike be safe and well in body and mind.
The 5th chakra, Vishuddha, means pure. It's the throat center. It represents the voice of prayer, authority, and speaking for spirit. The throat chakra is our source of verbal expression, offering us the ability to speak our highest truth. The 5th chakra is the energy center representing all anatomical characteristics related to the voice, the throat, the mouth. Attuning yourself to the higher worlds, can you hear the voice of spirit? Can we open our channel to mastery and become an instrument, a medium, an ambassador for the divine? Listen deeply for what spirit wants to say to you and through you. During the musical interlude, take a few moments to write down what you hear from spirit. The 6th chakra is called the Ajna chakra, meaning perceive, command, beyond wisdom. The Ajna chakra refers to the visionary third eye. Located between the eyebrows, the 6th chakra is our center of intuition, where we meet the luminous beings of the higher world and witness the divine imagination. Opening the 6th chakra can inspire the revelations of our inner eye and allow us to hear the spirit messages that could guide us. Depending on our perspective, we can be miserable and make a hell out of heaven, or we can see the soul-strengthening potential in every moment. With the third eye open, we can witness the heaven world everywhere present. Now ask yourself, what does Spirit want me to see? crown chakra is called the Sahasrara, or the 1,000-petaled lotus. Located at the crown of the head, the 7th energy vortex is the chakra of enlightenment and spiritual connection to our highest selves, others, and ultimately to the divine. Spirituality can evolve through worship, prayer, and practice, through meditation, contemplation, and mindfulness, through service and giving of ourselves to benefit others. Now, ask yourself, how can I further my spiritual life? How does Spirit want me to live? How can I live in the light of the divine every day? Practice quietude and attention as we recite Ramana Maharshi's The Witness practice. I have a body, but I am not my body. I can see and feel my body, and what can be seen and felt is not the true seer. My body may be tired or excited, sick or healthy, heavy or light, but that has nothing to do with my inward I. I have a body, but I am not my body.
I have desires, but I'm not my desires. I can know my desires, and what can be known is not the true knower. Desires come and go, floating through my awareness, but they do not affect my inward I. I have desires, but I'm not desires.
I have emotions, but I am not my emotions. I can feel and sense my emotions, and what can be felt and sensed is not the true feeler. Emotions pass through me, but they do not affect my inward I. I have emotions, but I am not emotions.
I have thoughts, but I'm not my thoughts. I can know and intuit my thoughts, and what can be known is not the true knower. Thoughts come to me, and thoughts leave me, but they do not affect my inward I. I have thoughts, but I'm not my thoughts.
I am what remains, a pure center of awareness, an unmoved witness of all these thoughts, emotions, feelings, and desires. Ramana's witness meditation points to the universal self in everyone, prior to any arising thoughts. The I am presence at the core of your being, a place of radiant happiness and bliss. A yogi sitting in a cave with a loincloth can be happy. It's not a matter of controlling outer circumstances that will give us the life we love. It's making friends with the voices in our head that are making us unhappy. Socrates said that the unexamined life is not worth living, and pointed to the Oracle of Delphi as the wisest in Greece. Above the temple door of the oracle was the inscription, "Know thyself." Whatever pathway you take in life, tap deeply into the core of your being and manifest your unique form of creativity. Thank you for joining us today with the willingness to examine your life and imagine a life you love.
May any merit generated by this gathering here today be offered to the benefit and liberation of all beings.
Happy New Moon.